Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is a video number 151. In the last video, I explained relative lowering of the vapor pressure, that is a colligative property. Today also explain elevation in the boiling point. This is the second number property, colligative property. Okay, elevation means increase. Okay, elevate means increase. So elevation in the boiling point, that is means boiling point increase. Okay, so first you have to see graph. By the graph I will be explained. Whenever general way pure solvent, we have to graph plot between the vapor pressure and temperature. So solvent boiling point, this is the TB naught. But whenever we have to add non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, so the boiling point of the solution is always higher comparison than solvent. Okay, here you see this is indicated by TB. So difference between the boiling point delta TB and boiling point increase, so we have to say elevation in the boiling point. Clear? Okay, so the boiling point, what is the boiling point? By the boiling point of the liquid is that temperature at which vapor pressure becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. General definition asking, okay, what is the boiling point of a liquid? So you say temperature, that temperature at which vapor pressure becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. Okay, and vapor pressure of the liquid increase with the increase of the temperature, but vapor pressure of the solvent decrease in the presence of the non-volatile solute, because we have to add non-volatile solute. So solvent vapor pressure decrease. Okay, and solute when added into the solvent, so it is formation of the solution. Okay, like example, the vapor pressure of an aqueous solution of sucrose is less than 1.013 bar at 373.15 Kelvin, that is means 100 degrees Celsius temperature. This solution boil, so its vapor pressure must be increased to the 1.013 bar by raising the temperature above the boiling temperature of the pure solvent. Okay, but when we have to add non-volatile solute, so the boiling point of the solution is always higher than that of the pure solvent. Example, a solution of the 1 mole of the sucrose in 1000 gram of the water boils at 373.52 Kelvin at 1 atm pressure. Okay, so this is the difference in the boiling points of the solution and pure solvent. Pure solvent solution boiling point indicated by the TB, and pure solvent boiling point indicated by TB naught. So this is the main difference, is called elevation in the boiling point. Okay, indicate denoted by the delta TB. So elevation in the boiling points depends on the number of the solute molecule rather than their nature. Okay, this is the graph. So elevation in the boiling point is given by delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. Okay, when experiment show for the dilute solution, so elevation in the boiling point delta TB directly proportional small m molar concentration of the solute in a solution, and when proportional mark removed, so kbm, delta TB is equal to kbm. Okay, here small m molality is the number of the moles of the solute dissolved in the 1 kg of the solvent, and kb here is the constant proportionality, and it is called molar boiling point elevation constant, otherwise in say equilioscopic constant. Okay, so delta TB elevation in the boiling point, small m molality, and kb equilioscopic constant, otherwise you have to say molar boiling point elevation constant. So the unit of the kb is kg mole inverse. If m is equal to 1 molar, so delta TB is equal to kb. So the molar boiling point elevation constant kb is defined elevation in boiling point for 1 molar solution. So that is means solution containing 1 gram mole of the solute dissolved in the 1000 gram of the solvent. Okay, 1 gram mole of the solute dissolved in the 1000 gram of the solvent. Then determination of the molar mass of the solute. What is the reason for finding the determinant of the molar mass of the solid, because whenever non-volatile solid we have to add, so its boiling point increase. So so how much solute add? Okay, so it is necessary to determine of the molar mass of the solute. So if W2 gram of the solute of molar mass, the M2 is dissolved in W1 gram of the solvent. So formula is molality small m is equal to moles of the solute N2 into 1000 divided by weight of the solvent W1 in gram. N2 number of the moles of the solute. So N2 is equal to W2 upon M2. Okay, so we have to put here formula. So W2 divide M2 into 1000 into W1. So W2 mass of the solute, M2 molar mass of the solute, W1 weight of the solvent. Okay, so small m molality easily find. And you already known about delta TB is equal to KBM. So we put the formula of the small m here. So this is the formula of the delta TB, elevation in the boiling point. And when we have to find molar mass of the solid, so M2 out going to the left hand side, so formula is Kb into W2 into 1000 divide delta TB into W1. Okay, so when in the question, this question depend on this formula, this topic. So boiling point of water at 750 mm of Hg, okay, is 99.63 degrees Celsius. How much sucrose, that is means M2 we have to find, okay, is to be added to 500 gram of the water that it boils at 100 degree Celsius. So we have to find W, okay, mass given, clear. So first we have to find here temperature given, degree Celsius. So in M2 is equal to Kb, okay, so Kb is equal to Kb for water is given 0.52 kg mole inverse. Okay, Kb given. Then after we have to require W2, and W2 we have to find. Okay, then so formula is Wb is equal to Mb into delta Tb into Wa divide Kb. So Mb is equal to molar mass of the sucrose. So C12H22O11, C carbon 12 into 12 plus hydrogen 1 atomic mass into 22 plus oxygen 16 atomic mass multiply 11. So calculate, so 342 gram per mole. It is the molar mass of the sucrose. Then delta Tb, elevation in the boiling point, difference between the temperature. Okay, so 99.63 degrees Celsius boiling point of the water given. Okay, so total is 100 degrees Celsius temperature, so minus, so 0.37 degrees Celsius, 37 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature, elevation in the boiling point. Then Wa, 500 gram given of the water. Okay, mass of the water. So convert into the kg, so 0.5 kg divide by 1000. So and then Kb also molar elevation constant, or molar elevation constant given 0.52 kg per mole. So put the value here in the formula and then calculate 121.7 gram of the solute sucrose is to be added to the 500 gram of the water. Okay, so this is the amount of the solute, clear. Then next, third colligative property is depression is the freezing point. First you know about what is the freezing point. Freezing point is that temperature at which the solid and liquid state of the substance have the same vapor pressure. The freezing point is that temperature at which the solid and liquid state of the substance have the same vapor pressure. Okay, so here you see, whenever we have to add non-volatile solute is added to the solvent, so freezing point of the formed solution is always lower than that of the pure solvent. So when a graph plot between the vapor pressure and the temperature, so here you see, this is the temperature Tf of the solution freezing point, and this is the freezing point Tf naught, it is a solvent. So solvent, and then after we have to add non-volatile solute, so freezing point of the solution is decreased comparison than solvent. Okay, and between the these point it is the frozen solvent. Okay, between the both So when a non-volatile solute is added to a solvent, so freezing point of the formed solution is always lower than that of the pure solvent. So vapor pressure of the solvent, okay, decrease in the presence of the non-volatile solute. So difference in the freezing point is known as depression in the freezing point. So formula is delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF, pure solvent freezing point minus solution freezing points. Okay, so in Kelvin of the pure solvent, and this is the Kelvin of the solution. Clear? For the dilute solution, delta TF directly proportional is the molality, same as a colligative property elevation in the boiling point. Okay, there also delta TB directly proportional M, and here delta TF directly proportional small molality. So proportional mark remove, so KF. So small as molar concentration, molality of the solution, and KF proportionally constant, and which depends on the nature of the solvent. So it is known as molar freezing point depression constant, otherwise molar depression constant, right? Another cryoscopic constant. So KF name is proportionally constant, molar freezing point depression constant, because depend on the nature of the solvent. So molar freezing point depression constant, molar depression constant, otherwise cryoscopic constant, and unit of the KF is K kg mole inverse. Okay, and if 1 molar we take molality, so then delta TF is equal to KF. Okay, and molar freezing point depression constant is defined as the depression in the freezing point for 1 molar solution, that is a solution containing 1 gram mole of the solute dissolved in the 1000 gram of the solvent. Okay, 1 gram mole of the solute dissolved in the 1000 gram of the solvent. Okay, here it is the important basic concept. Elevation in the boiling point and depression in the freezing point are both are colligative property, while boiling and freezing points are not. Okay, boiling and freezing points are not colligative property, but elevation in the boiling point, that is means increase boiling point, and depression in the freezing point, that is means decrease in the freezing point, both are colligative properties. Then determination of molar mass of the solute. So similar to the elevation in the boiling point, in freezing point, depression in the freezing point, delta TF is equal to KF into W2 into 1000 divide W1 into M2. So M2 going to the left hand side because we find to the molar mass of the solute. Okay, so KF into W2 into 1000 divide delta TF into W1. Clear? So this is the formula of the molar mass of the solute. When given the depression, this is the depression constant given, or delta TF is the freezing point, depression in the freezing point given. So we have to use this formula for the find the molar mass of the solute. Then relation between the enthalpy change and constant. So KF or KB. So KF, the values of the KF, this is the formula for the depend upon the nature of the solvent. So formula you learn R into M1 into TF square divide 1000 into delta fusion H, and KB is the elevation in the boiling point constant. So R into M1 into TB square and divide 1000 into delta vaporization H, because here freezing point, so here fusion enthalpy, and here elevation boiling point, so vaporization. Okay, so this is the main difference here, and other values other are same. Okay, clear? So R, capital R and into capital M1 stand for the gas constant and molar mass of the solvent. R gas constant, M1 molar mass of the solvent. TF and TB denote the TF freezing point and TB boiling point of the pure solvent. Okay, and then delta F fusion enthalpy and delta V vaporization enthalpy. Clear? Next question based on this topic. A 5% solution by mass of the cane sugar in water has freezing point of 271 Kelvin. So calculate the freezing point of the 5% glucose in water if freezing point of the pure water is given. So here you see our for the two types of the calculate the freezing point of the glucose. Okay, so glucose, we have to find glucose solution. Okay, so 5% solution given cane sugar. Okay, so first we have to find for cane sugar solution, molality is equal to W2 divide M2 into 1000 upon W1. Okay, so molality of the sugar solution, cane sugar, W2 given 5 gram sugar, cane sugar, divide cane sugar 342 gram. Okay, then W1 given 95 gram, because 5% solution by mass. Okay, so remaining is 95 gram mass of the solvent. Okay, then we have to put the value here. So molality of the sugar solution 0.154. We have to know delta TF, temperature 273.15 minus 271 given. Okay, freezing point. So delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF. So pure solvent 273.15 minus TF given 271, so 2.15 Kelvin. So delta TF is equal to KF into M. So KF is equal to delta TF divide small m, delta TF 2.15 divide by small m, molality 0.154. Similarly, for finding the glucose solution, so glucose solution formula, molality small m is equal to W2. So 5 gram given, and its molar mass glucose 180 gram. Okay, and then 1000 divide 95, W1 95 gram, because 5% solution, so remaining is 95 gram. Okay, so 5 divide 180 into 1000 divide 95 is equal to 0.2924. So delta TF is equal to KF into M. So KF calculate by this formula into M. Okay, so delta TF for glucose is equal to KF 2.15 divide 0.154 into molality 0.2924. So this is the 4.08. This is the freezing point, depression in the freezing point. Then freezing point of the glucose solution, so for pure solvent minus delta TF. Okay, so TF naught minus delta TF. So 273.15 minus 4.08, so 269.07 Kelvin. This is the freezing point of the glucose solution. So first property, colligative property, relative lowering of the vapor pressure. Second one is elevation in the boiling point, and third is the depression of the freezing point. So fourth is the osmosis and related osmotic pressure we have to consider. So what is the osmosis? And this colligative property also in the biology subject. Okay, but here according to the chemical way, so here discuss osmosis, the phenomena of the flow of the solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from pure solvent. The phenomena of the flow of the solvent molecules through the semi-permeable membrane from pure solvent to the solution is known as osmosis. And semi-permeable membrane can be natural, such as pig's bladder, parchment paper, or can be synthetic, like synthetic semi-permeable membrane is cellophane. And these membrane appears to the continuous sheets or films. So they contain a network of the submicroscopic holes or pores. Okay, semi-permeable membrane. What is the semi-permeable membrane work? Okay, semi-permeable membrane is the membrane which allows solvent molecules like water to the pass through their holes, but binds the passage for molecules of the solute like salt. So always only pass solvent molecules like water, not a solute particles. Okay, so if semi-permeable membrane is placed between the pure solvent and the solution, okay, so solvent molecules will flow through the membrane from pure solvent to the solution. So here you see this is the given. Okay, so this is the this is the semi permeable membrane, okay, and then outer side solvent, and then inner side solution. Okay, so level of the solution rises. This is the thistle funnel. This is the thistle funnel. Okay, so due to the osmosis, so solvent particles going inside the solution. Okay, so if the osmosis takes place between the solution of the different concentration, so then solvent molecules will move from the solution of the low solute concentration to that of higher solute concentration. So the flow will continue till the equilibrium is attained, because outer side only solvent molecules and inside the solution, so in solution solute particles but outer side solvent, so here no solute particles, so solvent molecule pass to the from solvent to the solution. Okay, clear? So here pressure we have to measure osmotic pressure denoted by the pi. Okay, H rho g, here written H rho, not a we have to say P. Okay, G force, clear? And then P pressure denoted. So example of the osmosis. First example, raw mango placed in the concentrated salt solution, so lost water. Why? Osmosis, and shriveled into pickle. You already known about. And then second example, wilted flowers revive when placed in the fresh water through osmosis. Then third, carrot. A carrot that has become limp because of the water loss into the atmosphere, okay, can be placed into the water, making it firm once again through the osmosis. First is raw mango example, second is wilted flowers, and third is carrot. Fourth is through osmosis blood cell collapse due to the loss of the water, and when placed in the water containing more than 0.9% mass volume salt solution. Then fifth, people taking a lot of salt and salty food experience water retention in tissue cells and intercellular spaces because of the osmosis. So this resulting puffiness or swelling is called edema. So don't take lot of salt. Okay, so if whenever people taking lot of salt, so this result puffiness or swelling is called edema. Then sixth example, water movement from soil into the plant roots and subsequently into the upper portion of the plant due to the osmosis. Then example, preservation of the meat by the salting and fruits by adding sugar protect against bacterial action. So through the process of the osmosis, bacterium on the salted meat or sugared fruits loses water, shivers and dies. Next topic is related of the osmosis, osmotic pressure, and denoted by pi. Okay, so what is the osmotic pressure? Osmotic pressure of a solution is the excess pressure that must be applied to a solution to prevent osmosis. Okay, so those pressure which is applied to the solution to prevent osmosis. So to stop the passage of the solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane into the solution, it is a colligative property and it depends upon the number of the solute molecules, not on their nature. Okay, so this is only depend on the particles of the solute. So that is means it is a colligative property. This diagram you see, this is the solution and this is the solvent. Okay, solution P atm plus pi, atmospheric pressure plus osmotic pressure also apply, and there only atmospheric pressure on the solvent. So because solution in solution present solute particles, so depend on the solute. So excess pressure equal to the osmotic pressure must be applied on the solution side to prevent osmosis. So here applied this pressure, so avoid to prevent the osmosis. Okay, so determination of the molar mass of the solute whenever given the osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure pi is equal to directly proportional molarity, capital C. of the solution at given temperature. So formula is pi is directly proportional capital C. So proportional mark removed. So pi is equal to CRT. CRT, R gas constant, T temperature. So for dilute solution. So pi is the osmotic pressure and capital R gas constant. So C is equal to N2 upon V and N2 is equal to W2 upon M2. So we put the value both here. So pi is equal to C is equal to N2 upon V and N2 value W2 upon M2. So W2 upon M2 V RT. M2 going to the left hand side because find the molar mass of the solute. So M2 is equal to W2 RT upon V pi. So measurement of the osmotic pressure provides another method of the determining molar mass of the solids. So this method is widely used to the determine molar mass of the proteins, polymers and other macromolecules. So whenever in the exam asking कि how to determine molar mass of the proteins, polymers and other macromolecules. So we have to use molar mass of the solute by the measurement of the osmotic pressure. Clear? Got it? Next topic is advantage of the osmotic pressure method. Osmotic pressure method has the advantage over other method as pressure measurement is another the room temperature and the molarity of the solution is used instead of the molality. Then second, compared to the other colligative property, its magnitude is large even for very dilute solution. So technique of the osmotic pressure for the determination of the molar mass of the solute is particularly useful for biomolecules as they are generally not stable at high temperature and polymers have poor solubility. So osmotic pressure is measured by the Berkeley and then Hartley's method. Okay, here only for name is given Berkeley and then Hartley's method because this method is given in biology subject. Okay. Next in-text question given, calculate the osmotic pressure in Pascal exerted by the solution prepared by the dissolving 1.0 gram of the polymer of the molar mass 185,000 in 450 ml of water at 37 degrees Celsius. Osmotic pressure calculate. So formula of the osmotic pressure pi is equal to CRT, C N upon V RT. So here which value given? Then number of the moles is small n is equal to W upon M. So both are given, W 1.0 gram and then molar mass is given. So 185,000 gram per mole. So calculate 1 upon this value mole. So V volume also 450 ml. So convert into the liter 0.5450 liter. Temperature 37 degrees Celsius. So convert into the Kelvin. So add 273. So 310 Kelvin. Gas constant value 8.314 into 10 to the power 3 Pascal liter Kelvin inverse. So substituting these values we get pi is equal to n 1 upon this value, this is the n value, upon 1 upon 0.45 into 8.314. Okay, so into 10 to the power 3 into T temperature, so 30.96 Pascal. Okay, we have to write the gas constant value in the Pascal because osmotic pressure we have to find in the Pascal. Clear? Next question is types of the solution on the basis of the osmotic pressure. So there are 3 types of the solution on the basis of the concentration and so applied osmotic pressure. So 3 types of the solution. First one is isotonic solution, second one is hypertonic solution and third one is hypotonic solution. So first is isotonic solution. 2 solutions having some osmotic pressure at a given temperature are called isotonic solution and there is no osmosis between these 2 solutions. So they have same molar concentration. So example of the isotonic solution, the osmotic pressure associated with the fluid inside the blood cell is equivalent to that of the 0.9% mass volume. sodium chloride solution, so called normal saline solution, and it is safe to the inject intravenously. Okay, so this is the isotonic solution. So two solutions having same osmotic pressure at a given temperature are called isotonic solution. There is no osmosis between these two solutions because they have same molar concentration. Example, the osmotic pressure associated with the fluid inside the blood cell is equivalent to that of the 0.9% mass per volume sodium chloride solution. So it is called normal saline solution and it is safe to inject intravenously. Then hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution, a solution having more osmotic pressure than the other solution, is called hypertonic solution. A solution having more osmotic pressure than the other solution is called hypertonic solution. Like example, if we place the cells in a solution containing more than 0.9% mass per volume sodium chloride NaCl, so then water will flow out of the cell and they would shrink. So this process is called plasmolysis. Okay, so a solution having more osmotic pressure than the other solution, it is called hypertonic solution. So if we place the cells in a solution containing more than 0.9% sodium chloride, so then water will flow out of the cell and they would shrink. This process is called plasmolysis. Then third solution is hypotonic. A solution having less osmotic pressure than the other solution, so it is called hypotonic. If the salt concentration is less than 0.9% mass per volume sodium chloride, so then water will flow into the cells and they would swell if placed in this solution. So if the salt concentration is less than 0.9% sodium chloride, then water will flow into the cell and they would swell if placed in this solution. Okay, so see the diagram. Solution is the isotonic. Here you see 10% salt and then outer side 10% salt. So equal two solution having same osmotic pressure at a given temperature, so are called isotonic. Okay, so water goes in the both direction, arrow mark you see, both directions, so this cell is normal. Solution is hypertonic. Hypertonic, that is means a solution having more osmotic pressure than the other solution. Inside you will see 10% and outer 20%. So going to the outer side. Okay, so the cells shrink. So it is called plasmolysis. So water moves out of the cell, so cell shrinks. Okay, this process is known as plasmolysis. Then hypotonic. Hypotonic, here you see water moves into the cell, so cell are swell up, outer side 10%. This is solution is hypotonic. Okay, and the cells swell up. Okay, so this is the transportation of the water molecules according to the osmosis in cases when cells are kept in the different solution. So there are three types of the solution on the basis of the osmotic pressure: isotonic, hypertonic and hypotonic. Next topic I will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much.